Hey everybody, it's Sovereign Man Academy. My name is Isaac May. I'm 23 years old. I live in Santiago, Chile. I'm from the United States, but I'm a permanent resident of Ecuador. Per the Sovereign Man recommendations, I try to keep things mixed up a little bit. Right now, I'm working mainly in international business. I do some imports in between China and the U.S., private label sunglasses, private label clothing, accessories, winter accessories, a variety of things. And I also am currently working on a website for health. I'm very passionate about health, nutrition mainly, but I also do all kinds of genetical disorders, very wide variety of health aspects. I'm a holistic kind of guy, I like to say. But I've been in Chile for about a year now. I came to pursue economic opportunities, but before that, I lived in Ecuador for about 3 years. And in that time, I've really been able to explore and discover what I really think about the world and life. Before that, in the U.S., I was in boarding school, and I spent a year in at Ole Miss going for my MBA. I was accepted into the best fraternities and 4.0 GPA, but I really just couldn't handle it. Mainly the ignorance and indifference of the people that I saw on a day-to-day basis, and I just needed to escape, especially after the military experience, military boarding school, that is. And so my dad is a retired colonel, and my mom is what I would call a conspiracy theorist. Um, so I have a pretty good perspective of both realities, or at least as they see them. And I've started to lean more towards the conspiracy theorist side, even though I don't really believe in theory. I just believe in the facts as I see them presented. I've been and a lot of those facts that I receive are from the Sovereign Man group, which I've been part of the elite membership for a couple months now, and getting a lot out of that. Meeting people here in Santiago, it's been a really good blessing in my life. I've really learned a lot from that, and obviously this program I've wanted to apply before, but now I think I'm really in a place in my life where I need it, and I can give a lot back as well, and I can apply all the information directly into my life. The last year I've worked a lot in personal development, obviously for myself, and I think now I know how to take information and apply it into my life without hesitation and without doubt. And that right now, one of my favorite quotes is Abraham Lincoln when he says, "If you give me 6 hours to cut down a tree, I'll use 4 of them to sharpen the axe." And that's what I'm trying to do right now, is sharpen the axe. And I think you guys are definitely the quickest and easiest way for me to achieve that. As well, I feel like there's a lot I can give back. Me living here in Chile, I know all about the Sovereign Man camp down south, and I basically live the lifestyle that you guys preach, and and I love it. I'm not a millionaire yet, but if I was, I know exactly how I would spend the money: gold and silver and property and water rights, and something interesting that might hit kind of home for you guys. At the very least, Simon, I know, who knows what Gulch is. I knew some people that were going to invest there, and since I was here in Chile, I told them to wait, and I was going to go and work for them. And it just so happened they were about to have their last event, so I went and I worked for them just to kind of see how it was and check it out, and basically ended up turning over some stones that had some really bad stuff underneath them. Every municipality and governmental agency I went to was another illegality that was being committed by the project. The size of the lots, the money, the where it was being invested, the water rights, everything was wrong. And at the very least, the person that was managing it was a horrible manager of funds, but at the very worst, a very good con artist. And so I told the people that I know and some other people I knew that had already invested in it, and basically exposed that entire project. And I wasn't. I would deliberated for a while about doing that, but when I saw more people about to invest more of their money into a fellow libertarian, as he calls himself, I just couldn't watch that happen, and I didn't just like any other group of people, there are good libertarians, bad libertarians. He's definitely on the bad list. But anyway, so you guys might have known about that project, and I was involved in the recent dissemination of that, I guess we'll say. So a little bit about myself. I was in Ecuador. I ran a gold dredging project until I got a bad infection in my leg. I used to be a little more impatient, a little more get rich now, and I tried a lot of different businesses. I had a sauce business as a saucier, cooking sauces for different restaurants, salad dressing, barbecue sauce, you name it. I had a management position at a permaculture farm for about 6 months, and I was also dive guide for several years around South America, which I love doing, but unfortunately, it doesn't bring the bacon home. It's good. But since I've lived here so long, I'm fluent in English and Spanish. I don't have a college education. And a lot of the reasons that I chose not to go back are the exact newsletters that I get from you guys and emails. And every time I'm thinking about doing it, I realize that that's not the road I want to go down as an entrepreneur, that it's just a waste of time and money, mainly. So I love South America. It's been really great. Chile has some disadvantages compared to Ecuador as far as price goes and things like that. But I'm trying to make it work here with the money that I make from my various adventures. And I really think that the blacksmith camp could be a great help to me, and I think I have a lot to offer you guys too. I'm intelligent, I'm ambitious and driven, and I'm pretty talented at a wide variety of things. At the very least, I can cook you some gourmet food. Oh yeah, I was on the Master Chef program here in Chile. Only the first 2 episodes, but it was exciting. I enjoyed it. I might do it again this year actually. But I'm working on a project right now in the south of Chile with a woman named Monica Werhan, who you might also know. She is the ex-private producer for Pinochet, and her father was the first person in Porvenir, Chile, and she personally owns 126,000 hectares there and a insane amount of water rights. And we're looking at leasing the property and the water rights to companies that want to install water bottling operations, and it has access to the Pacific and the Atlantic, so it can go to China or Europe or the U.S., obviously, wherever the water needs to go. And I personally feel that's the next big, water is going to be the next oil. And so I'm really excited about that. I think a lot of stuff I could learn from you guys could help, and maybe we could even help each other. I'd love to come down and see the camp if you guys are available anytime. You let me know. So thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for everything you guys do. Thank you for the camp. Thank you for listening to my video. And I hope to hear from you soon. You guys take care.